Bitcoin, a hot topic that some believe strongly in and others believe strongly against. I fall in the strongly against side, and today I'm going to share why. Now, even though I feel strongly against Bitcoin and the crypto world in general, I actually own some Bitcoin that I sold about a month ago. Now, before you rush to judgment on why I would own something I'm strongly against, hear me out first. Over 2 years ago, I bought a small dollar amount worth of Bitcoin. See, I have a friend and he's a crypto fanatic and buys all the different kinds of crypto, including Bitcoin. He kind of persuaded me to take a chance on crypto. At the time, I was at the stance of why not take a gamble with a small amount of money. So I started out with just 50 bucks. And then I bought another 50 and another until I was invested with a total of $250. Soon after that, my investment spent 2 years in the red until a month ago when I sold it. Over that 2 years, I did brief research here and there and came to my own conclusion that crypto was not for me, and in fact, I believe it's not a smart investment. Now, time could prove me wrong, and I'll be fine admitting I am wrong if that day comes, but as of now, I'm going to share the reasons why I feel crypto and Bitcoin is not a good investment. And we're going to start with reason number one. It's not a productive asset. Any way you look at it, Bitcoin is not producing a product or service that is making our lives better. Look at Amazon. It's providing products and services like Amazon Prime and the Ring cameras that are generating income and cash flows for the company and that are making life more convenient, secure, and saving us time as the customers. My Ring camera that I purchased notifies me if I receive a package or if someone is on my property so that I can respond and act in a way that protects my property and my purchased goods. Purchased goods, by the way, that were purchased and delivered by Amazon, saving me time and money from running to the store. Again, I can look at my Amazon investment and can very clearly see a productive asset that is tangible and creating income for Amazon. You cannot say this for Bitcoin. I cannot show you how Bitcoin is adding any value to my life through any products or services, nor can I say by using Bitcoin it's adding income to my investment. With Amazon, I can see how my money is making money. I cannot see that with Bitcoin. So this is my first reason as to why I think Bitcoin is a bad investment. Now moving on to the second reason, and it kind of ties into the first one, is that you cannot value Bitcoin. What I mean is that you cannot look at Bitcoin and analyze things like revenue, debt, profit margins, free cash flows, 10Ks, or other performance measurements to compare and come to a valuation of the asset. There's nothing to go off of with Bitcoin other than the supply and demand or its use in the economy. So really, it's investors' opinions, views, and attitudes that set the price of Bitcoin, and I'd rather invest in an asset where financials, performance, and the leadership of a company help set the price. So for me, this is a big reason I think Bitcoin is a bad investment. Now we're going to move on to reason number three, and that is that Bitcoin and crypto in general is an increasing tool used to commit fraud. We see the FTX fallout, we see a lot of endorsements from celebrities and how they are in the crypto world and now they're getting fined and stuff like that. And I have not shared this yet, I believe, but I'm a certified fraud examiner, and each year when I attend conferences and classes, there is more offerings on crypto fraud and crimes than the prior year. So this is a big concern for many agencies, and they are really pushing education in this area to help fight against the increasing fraud in this space. In fact, crypto scams have increased by an incredible 900% since the start of the pandemic. For me, this only lowers the confidence of investors and I think turns many people away. I know it does for myself. It adds a high level of instability in a mostly unregulated space, and that makes this another reason why I think Bitcoin is a bad investment. Now on to the fourth reason. Crypto in Bitcoin is not green, meaning it is actually really bad for our environment. And again, for what? What is it producing that is really helping us? Nothing. It's highly energy intensive. It's estimated that the electricity consumption of mining cryptocurrency in just the US was responsible for an excess 27.4 million tons of carbon dioxide in just 1 year, which is 3 times as much that is emitted by the largest coal plant. Now, what about cash versus cryptocurrency? Well, estimates reveal that crypto incurs 3 times more environmental costs than cash. In fact, mining Bitcoin uses more electricity than Belgium or Finland. That is insane. Then there's the electronic waste side of things. Cryptocurrency mining also generates significant electronic waste as mining hardware quickly becomes obsolete. According to Digiconomist, the Bitcoin network generates approximately 38,000 tons of electronic waste annually. And not only to mention that, the other thing is that for each dollar in Bitcoin value produced, the process resulted in 35 cents in global climate damages, or 35% of its market value. In comparison, beef's climate damages clocked in at 33% and oil and gas at 41%. So it's right up there. And again, at this point, I feel it's causing damage to our environment for no real benefit or reason beyond a hope or belief that it will replace all other currencies someday. This is another reason why I believe Bitcoin is a bad investment. Now on to my fifth reason. It's not convenient. Convenience is supposed to be a benefit of crypto, but it is not, at least in my experience. It's promised to provide faster money transfers. Well, I failed to do anything crypto is anything but fast. In fact, I have to call my crypto expert friend just to explain to me how to do the various buying, selling, and transferring of crypto, and it's anything but easy. It's step after step after step, and that is just for one exchange. Depending on where you keep your crypto, it could be very different. Just selling my crypto was a pain in the you-know-what. I had to use a third-party company, navigate through endless sections of apps to only have my first attempt fail after waiting 3 days for it to tell me it failed. Now my second try was successful, but it took 3 days to get my money, minus a large fee. So how is this fast? I can more easily use Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, Apple Pay, and have instant transfers in most cases, and it's very easy and intuitive to use. Not to mention, tax time is a pain unless you're willing to pay a ridiculous fee to have all your activities summarized for you in a way that you can enter it into tax software. That is very scammy in my opinion. So convenient, not even close. This is another reason why I think crypto is a bad investment. It's already putting this barrier up that many will not want to deal with. That leads me to my sixth and final reason, and that is that it's not fulfilling a promise. Cryptocurrencies are supposed to be changing the financial landscape, but are you guys buying goods and services with crypto? I know I'm not, and I don't know one person that is. I'm not seeing a mass adoption that is forcing a Target or a Costco to accept Bitcoin as payment. So the other thing is, crypto is supposed to put the Federal Reserve out of business. I think not. A central bank issued currency is backed by a trusted authority and can be exchanged at a universal value. If each party in a monetary transaction issued its own coins, then there would be a competition among the currencies, and chaos would ensue. A situation like this already existed the days before the Federal Reserve came into being. It is worth noting that the Federal Reserve has recently started a new program to oversee banks' crypto activity, and it's further clarified its requirement that the lenders under its authority get approval before engaging in digital asset activities. The Federal Reserve has also issued a policy statement further restricting crypto asset activities and addressing uninsured state member banks. So really, cryptocurrency has the potential to disrupt traditional banking systems, but it's very unlikely to put the Federal Reserve out of business. The Federal Reserve is taking steps to regulate crypto asset activities and ensure that they do not pose a threat to the stability of the financial system, which leads me to the next point of why this isn't fulfilling its promise. Crypto is supposed to be a decentralized structure that allows them to exist outside of government control. Well, we're seeing that control with the last point, but governments are also talking about creating their own cryptocurrencies and can also enact laws to control certain aspects of crypto over time. All I hear is that governments need to enact regulation to help with all the scams and help people feel more comfortable. So you're leaning on government already to help with making crypto successful. This is government control. I mean, we have to reveal certain crypto activities on our taxes that are government stores already. They can require more and more. So I don't see this truly existing 100% outside of government control. The other thing they promise is they said it will avoid fees to businesses and put the credit card companies out of business. Well, just look at the financials for Visa or MasterCard. They show zero signs of slowing down, and they offer a massive convenience for consumers. Who's to say fees won't pop up eventually with crypto? And then it's supposed to be fast. I already talked about that. for me, in my experience, it was anything but fast and intuitive and easy. So that is why it's not fulfilling its promise, and that's my sixth reason why I don't think it's a great investment. Now, can crypto stay relevant and act as some sort of investment vehicle? Sure. As of now, though, I just don't see how this is a good investment. Too many risks, uncertainties, and lack of substance. I will pass and focus on quality, productive companies that have helped my portfolio grow and provides me good passive income that I will share with you in a year-end wrap-up video. So you want to stay tuned for that. So let me know if you agree or disagree with me on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. I am open to a healthy debate and varying viewpoints. Now, before I go, the investment world lost a legend recently, and that's Charlie Munger. To honor his legacy, I thought I would share his take on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, as well as 3 quotes from him before I sign off. So he said regarding Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, I don't welcome a currency that's so useful to kidnappers and extortionists and so forth. I think I should say modestly that the whole damn development is disgusting and contrary to the interests of civilization. Munger said Bitcoin is too volatile to serve well as a medium of exchange. It's really kind of an artificial substance for gold, and since I never buy any gold, I never buy any Bitcoin. Bitcoin reminds me of what Oscar Wilde said about fox hunting. He said it was the pursuit of the unedible by the unspeakable. So pretty powerful. He was very against Bitcoin. So is Warren Buffett and myself. Now, 3 quotes. One is on learning. These are powerful. He says, I constantly see people rise in life who are not the smartest, sometimes not even the most diligent, but they are learning machines. They go to bed every night a little wiser than when they got up, and boy, does that help, particularly when you have a long run ahead of you. So really what this quote is, just don't stop learning. Look, be a part of channels like mine. Do some research of your own. Keep growing, and over time, you're going to become an amazing investor and make some really good money. Now, Charlie also had a quote on mastering our emotions. I talk a lot about this on my channel. He says, a lot of people with high IQs are terrible investors because they've got terrible temperaments. And that is why we say that having a certain kind of temperament is more important than brains. You need to keep raw, irrational emotion under control. You need patience and discipline and an ability to take losses and adversity without going crazy. You need an ability to not be driven crazy by extreme success. So our emotions, especially with investing, cause us to make bad decisions and moves. It's happened to me. So really you need to control those emotions, take a step back, sleep on it, really look at things before you hit the buy or sell button because of all the headlines and the posts online that are going about a certain investment or the economy as a whole. Lastly, about keeping it simple, he quoted as saying, it's so simple to spend less than you earn and invest shrewdly and avoid toxic people and toxic activities and try to keep learning all your life and do a lot of deferred gratification. If you do all those things, you're almost certain to succeed. If you don't, you're gonna need a lot of luck. So keep it simple, guys. It's, just some common sense, I feel. So all right, I hope you guys all have a great day, and we'll see you soon on Mark Arnold's Finance.